Hey Sociology 223 students, welcome to our very first image analysis. We'll be doing these image analyses on a weekly basis where we will be taking a photograph, a graph, a comic, some kind of image, and we'll be delving into a concept from that week's material. For our very first image analysis, you should see a familiar image, which is from our course homepage and which I mentioned briefly in our course overview video. And this is an image that we're going to keep coming back to. It's really related to one of our big projects, which is the food zine that we'll be working on partway through the semester. But I wanted to introduce it today to talk about the concept of glocalization. So glocal is a combination of the words global and local, and that might feel a little contradictory, but in actuality, it makes a ton of sense. So think about when we have something that feels like a global phenomenon, let's say a donut in this case. The reality is that donuts are tailored to local tastes all the time. So I found this article, which is titled Dunkin Donuts You Can't Get in the United States. And it goes into all of the different offerings that Dunkin Donuts has at its numerous locations around the world. So of course, we're used to our glazed donuts and Boston cream and things like that. And those are in fact also sold in many of the other countries. Dunkin Donuts is in 30 other countries. And in fact, Lebanon's most popular variety is in fact the Boston cream. But there's also tons of donuts out there that they don't sell in the United States. So for example, in Germany, they've got a cherry banana donut. In the Middle East, the date donut is very popular. In Indonesia, they have avocado, dunkushino, and a black cheese donut. In China, they offered a dried pork and seaweed donut. In the Philippines, they've got a nutty ube donut. And in Peru, they've got chicha fruit colada. We're actually going to talk about chicha later on in our course. We've got a really interesting reading about it. In India, they offer a saffron pistachio melody donut. In Korea, they've got a green and red bean bagel ball. In the Philippines, they've got Supreme Rocky Road, and in Indonesia, they've got tiramisu, and the list goes on. There's so many different offerings, and it's based on local tastes. So although, yes, Dunkin Donuts in a lot of ways is global, right, in the sense that it has become a global phenomenon, it's something that people recognize the world over, but that doesn't mean that it's exactly the same. It doesn't mean that it's homogeneous everywhere. The reality is that it is in fact tailored to the local. So hopefully this week you'll find some interesting examples of glocalization in your own lives. I can't wait to hear about it, and I'll talk to you all soon online.